is the MC Yogi song. Okay, so I was reading this book and I agreed with a lot of it. So I wanted to, this would be, if I had like topics in a hat, which I talked about, topics in a hat, would definitely be one of them, the chakras. So there's 7 major chakras that we have. There are like thousands more, like hundreds they say, in the fingers and the feet alone. But 7 major ones that start from the base of the spine and go to the crown of the head. And that is Manipura, Svadhisthana, Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Ajna, and then Sarasara chakra, crown chakra. So this is a really cool, very short, I like how short it is, because people don't, especially like if you haven't like studied energetic anatomy extensively, it's not that interesting, but I think this was really perfect the way that they wrote it. Okay, so the way that they're approaching talking about the chakras, this is chakra meditations by sound. It just sounds true. There's no author really, but I know Eckhart Tolle like uses sound true. So let's see. This is where I wanted to start. Okay, so they look at it as like dimensions, like so each chakra spins, and so Muladhara is at the base of the spine. So Muladhara is spinning counterclockwise. Svadhisthana is at your hips, and it's going to be clockwise. Manipura counterclockwise. Anahata clockwise. So they all spin other directions, opposite of each other, going up to the base of your spine, holding Kundalini. So this is going into the chakras as dimensions of experiencing life. Like, let me read, you'll see. MC Yogi, I don't even know all of his latest stuff. Look what I got today. I got a bag of weed. So he's talking about perception, like I've never heard it explained like this, but I agree. Does that make sense? Like my soul sort of agrees. We perceive reality through the chakra in which our awareness is most habitually concentrated. Okay, so real quick, I have to change this.
A soprano story, rated R.
Okay, so just to run through, Muladhara, very primary issues of like survival, family, like food, shelter. Second chakra, moving up. Your hips and your sexual organs. That's Svadhisthana. That's sex, money, power. It's a really twisted up chakra these days. I remember like when I first took my first foundational training and just learned about the beginning of like energetic anatomy, and our teacher being like, most people are like stuck in the lower chakras, and that completely made sense to me. We perceive reality through the chakra. Oh yeah, done. Svadhisthana, sex, money, power. Manipura, belly chakra, that's who you are in the world. Power in a different way, like of self-understanding. Like for me, it would be, short answer, my connection with God. Anahata, heart chakra, that's love energy. Vishuddha, throat chakra, is communication. Third eye, ajna, is literally in the middle of your brain, that one. Like right in the middle of the two hemispheres, like a little P. And then Sahasrara is like a whoosh from the crown of your head. And that's your connection to the divine. Okay? So whatever chakra, it's saying whatever chakra we're most concentrated on, like I used to give this, like if you're a prostitute, you're most concentrated probably in the first two chakras. Survival, home, and sex, money, power, that whole game. If you're homeless, you're 100% stuck in the first chakra. You're not with shelter. You're not able to experience reality beyond that. What's the word I want to use? The experiences or the level of balance you have in the area of shelter, food, resources, okay? We perceive reality through the chakra in which our awareness most habitually, I read in the book, most habitually concentrated. Awareness. And where do you hold your awareness? Where you choose to hold it. If you don't have a home, it's really hard to be anywhere but there. But as you move up, that's what I'm saying, like once we have a home, once we have shelter, once we have peace, once we've started to heal, what's important? Other people and dogs. All animals, except roaches. That's the only animal I've killed on purpose because they scare the shit. Okay, so we perceive reality through the chakra in which our awareness is most habitually concentrated. In most cases, our awareness is usually fixed in the first, second, or third chakras, or dispersed among them all, among those three. When one chakra is off balance, one of those circles spinning one way is off balance, going the wrong way, or too slow, or whatever, all of them are off balance. The activation of, located at the base, I'm giving you the cliffs. Okay. Muladhara is where the vast potential of our life force lies. That's weird. Wait. Located at the base of the spine, the first chakra, Muladhara, is where all the vast potential of our life force lies coiled and, that makes sense, waiting to be awakened. The activation of this energy through yoga practices is the beginning of the evolutionary journey through the chakras. Muladhara is the root center of the physical experience, and instinctive issues and fears of the chakra revolve around security, food, and shelter, the fundamental concerns of biological survival. Psychologically, the first chakra is a self-centered place, but in the way that, your body's designed to keep you alive, not in a choice self-centered thing. Here we are concerned with our own thoughts and feelings, sometimes to the point of neglecting those around us. Insertion. When people don't heal their stuff, that's why healing is so important. When people don't heal their stuff, they're still operating from this place, from this off-balance root chakra perspective. Does that make sense? or if you don't heal from a sexual abuse, that would be second trauma. All the other chakras are off balance, your system is off balance, period, and you'll be experiencing the world, everyone wants to have sex with me, you know what I mean? It's a different thing. And then if you have real blows to your self-confidence, Manipura, middle chakra, who you are in this world, scapegoats have that a lot, but I'm making my own life. That can be, you kind of like look at the world in this unsure place as I'm speaking, like speaking my story, and you don't really trust a lot of things or people. If you've been burnt, your heart's broken, and you're coming from that chakra, I mean, that means you've balanced and conquered, if you will, all the, or never experienced and not successfully healed all of the things that come with, like, first chakra, health stuff, second chakra, sex, money stuff, third chakra, identity, kind of who you are in the world stuff. So, like I said, most people 16 years ago were operating with the lower chakras. I imagine it's probably a lot more people like hanging at 1 or 2. I'm just saying this as a fact. Then you'd be seeing it from there. Heart chakra, you would be seeing it from love, or just heartbroken. I imagine a lot of like very wealthy people that have never had, I don't know, that's a conjecture that I don't want to waste more time. Okay, I hope you guys get it. And let me know if you have questions. So, in the first chakra, I interrupted myself when it sets me up being selfish. Here we are concerned with our own thoughts and feelings, sometimes to the point of neglecting those around us. The world appears to be as a reality to be conquered, controlled, acquired, or hoarded. Remember, if you're coming from the first chakra, you're either without a home or you're unhealed, having had that experience. So everything is like a trying to heal that, right? Anxieties and fears surrounding the ability to provide for life's necessities can easily take over the mind. I mean, obviously. Fear of the future, low self-esteem, diminished vitality, and depression characterize an unenergized or unbalanced first chakra. Deep-seated insecurities about the future and the present lead us to feel that the world is not safe and that we must protect ourselves and what we have from outside enemies. First chakra fears are frequently used to keep us within accepted norms. If we announce that we are going to pursue our dreams rather than maintain status quo, family and friends often quickly warn you will end up alone and broke. More dreams are abandoned due to the first chakra fears than anything else. Protecting family, home, and food supply from outsiders has always been a central issue that societies have to address. History is often the story of one group taking exactly those things away from another, so that the concerns are extremely valid. Yet leaders on every level, from the family to the government, often seize on less than conscious first chakra issues to frighten, polarize, and gain control of others. I'm going to read that one again for you. History is often the story of one group. I look up to give like affect and I lose my place in the book. This will help. I don't know why I have that song in my head. Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, Shabbat, 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 lay. I'm just totally blowing through that metal part. Na 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 na. Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, watch your body. I have no idea why, or what that's from, or what the middle words are. Okay. I can fly. That was random. Okay, so his story. Sorry guys, I'm looking. Okay, history is often the story of one group taking exactly those things away from another group. The things that they need, food supply, etc. Yet leaders on every level, from the family to the government, often seize on less than conscious first chakra issues, meaning like not having enough, hoarding, like a frightened person that just was like they're operating from that place. You guys get it? I don't need to be redundant. Okay. Protecting family, home, and food supply from outsiders has always been a central issue that societies have to address. History is often the story of one group. Okay, so it all makes sense now. An activated and well-functioning first chakra enables us to detach from identifying the self with material reality. We can make sure that we have what we need, but we no longer define ourselves by what we have. As the Muladhara chakra is energized and balanced, we gain a security that is not related to the material world. And nobody can take that from you. I added that part. And then I lost my place again. Okay, sexual energy, moving on. Sexual energy, fantasy, pleasures, and desires for relationships dominate the awareness at the second chakra, Svadhisthana, located at the pelvic region. The main motivation of the second chakra is to make sure desires are satisfied. Seeking pleasure through food, drink, drugs, and sexual encounters can become a mesmerizing obsession. Moderation, folks. Moderation. Svadhisthana's negative qualities: lust, anger, greed, delusion, pride, and envy develop from a sense of possessiveness. These emotions arise as a result of trying to maintain control over other people and things that are sources of pleasure. As the second chakra comes into balance, we can detach from the emotions, avoiding the disturbances they cause. Rather than concentrating on others as source of fulfillment, we shift the focus to ourselves and our creativity, freeing up energy for intellectual and artistic pursuits. An illuminated second chakra often produces artists, poets, musicians, writers, dancers, inventors, and Ashleys. Svadhisthana chakra can be understood as the personality patterns we inherit at birth, along with the conditioning process that occurs as life unfolds. Each action, thought, emotion, and experience we have leaves us subtle impressions, samskaras, that shape our consciousness. Samskaras are the bad ones. Many of these impressions get pushed into forgetfulness, by the continuing unfolding of our life. But they leave residues of their consequences in the mind and the body. I added body, the author can update that. These subconscious imprints color all of our responses, states of mind, emotions, attitudes, and expressions of character, causing us to act and respond in a certain set of patterns of behavior. The samskaras are responsible for many of the blockages in our chakra energy system. Okay. I'm skipping over where they're trying to like sell yoga. Instinctive yoga doesn't need to be sold. Real yoga sells itself. Okay. Instinctive, territorial, and dominance drives come strongly into the Manipura belly chakra. Found at the solar plexus. We see these innate behaviors in many species around us. In nature, territory must be defined and defended in a balanced way without becoming domineering and being dominated. Balancing the issues and energies of this chakra allow us to learn how to set and respect healthy boundaries. So like basically most of us don't get. We're all like either working on here, you know, or like trying to get there. Or, you know, people that have not thought about any of this stuff, whether because they didn't have the luxury, you know, because when all you're thinking about is bills or staying warm on the street, you don't have the luxury really to consider things. Fire and intellect dominate the third chakra personality, who moves towards personal goals. My tummy's growling. Without always considering the consequences. An extremely competitive, assertive, and courageous manner. When the unbridled patterns of this chakra dominate, family and friends can be sacrificed in an intense push to gain power, respect, and recognition. Out of balance, Manipura energy can result in a person willing to wipe out the competition to achieve his or her ends. Control of others is maintained throughout the threat of anger, vengeance, and violence. Carl G. Jung noted, "We still have to be polite to people to avoid explosions of Manipura. There's never enough fame, fortune, power, and command over others and the physical environment to satisfy the out-of-control third chakra personality." Which I think sounds like a narcissist. Wrap it up here. I got a pizza party in my refrigerator. I made a cauliflower rice pizza.